Welcome. In today's video, we want to look at how to create supplier accounts on QuickBooks. This is what we want to look at. Suppliers are in two forms. You've got trade suppliers. If it was a trading business, these are suppliers who are giving you the goods that you are trading in. Probably, let's say, are retailing computers. Those will be suppliers who are supplying you with the computers, with the laptops. So those we term trade suppliers. Then you've got sundry suppliers. Those who are probably giving you services like it could be your city councils, it could be the internet service provider. Those will be your sundry suppliers. You should know how to create those suppliers on QuickBooks before you start transacting or before you start processing supplier accounts or supplier transactions, right? And in this video, we are here to show you how to create those supplier accounts, right? We are doing these videos as a community service to the accountants profession, and we ask for your help to spread our reach by subscribing to our YouTube channel, sharing these videos on social media platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, liking the videos, and commenting if you've got any comments that you have. All right, now let's get started. For us to create a supplier account, we have to come and click on suppliers, right? When you click on suppliers, this comes up, supplier center, end abuse, and so on. And for now, we're just going to deal with supplier center. So we click on suppliers, then we click on supplier center. When you click on supplier center, we are taken to this window. Okay, let me just close this window so that you see how the system takes us to this window, right? Of course, we are a law firm, so we won't have trade suppliers. We're just going to create sundry suppliers. So we come here, we click on suppliers, then supplier center, right? When we click on supplier center, the system will take us to this window. Okay, we just have got one supplier here who is the tax agents. This is the tax authority. So we're going to create our first sundry supplier. And for us to do that, we click on new supplier. Then when we click there, it brings up new supplier, add multiple suppliers. In this case, we just want to add new supplier. So we click there, right? When we click there on new supplier, it brings up this window, right? So we're going to add our supplier. The supplier we are to add is Seat of Harare, right? This is a sundry supplier, right? So this is a city council which provides us with water and other services. So we have got Seat of Harare, and we're just going to copy that and paste it on company, because this is a business. So on these details, on full name, we're not going to put anything. But if this supplier was an individual, that's where instead of putting this information on the company name tab, we're going to put that information here, right? Just as we saw when we were creating customer accounts, we have got a number of tabs here. At the moment, we're dealing with the address information tab, but you can see we have got the payment settings tab, VAT settings tab, account settings tab, additional information tab. We will see what is supposed to be done on each and every tab, but at the moment we are dealing with the address information tab. So we have put in the supplier name, we have put in, of course, we have repeated that on the company name tab, but we're not going to put in information here because we're not dealing with any individual. Then down here we could come in and put in the phone numbers. So this could be a main phone number. Then if there is any other phone number, we could put it down there, right? Okay, so we could put it there. Then here we could put in a mobile number if it is there, right? We could put in the mobile number. Then here we're putting in the main email address, info at Harare City. So we're putting in the email address .co.zw, right? If there is a CC email address, we could put it in there. Then here we put in the website, right? This is now a business. You could have a website, so we put in the website there. So Harare City, .co.zw. This information you get it from your supplier and you input it. Again, it's good for you to have a database of your suppliers so that when you want to follow up on anything, you have the information at hand. The contact information, the address is at hand, right? Then down here, you put in the physical address, right? Bottom row. This is the office. Bottom row. Right. So this address that you put in here, you could still copy it to your shipping address, which will be the same. Then if you want again, you can put the country there. So just type in the country, then you click on OK. You then click on OK, right? So your shipping address is there now. So this is the address information tab. You have put in the information. Then more importantly, again, you have to select the currency of this supplier. If the supplier is a US dollar supplier, then you select that. But City of Harare, mostly they are dealing not in Zimbabwe dollars. So you select Zimbabwean dollar. You see, these currencies, we set them in our previous videos. We looked at how to set up currencies. If you haven't watched that video, kindly do so that you understand what we are doing here. So on the address info, this is how you put the information. It's handy in the sense that you have got all the information about your supplier for ease follow-ups. Right. Once you have completed the address information tab, you can now go to payments settings tab. Here, if your suppliers, if they have got accounts, account numbers, you could put in the account number for this supplier. Then if your supplier sets credit limits for you, you could put in the amount there. But a service provider like City of Harare, mostly they don't put a credit limit. They just bill you according to how you are using their waters and according to the rates. It could be the water or the rates which are applicable. So at times they don't give a credit limit. But let's say you are probably dealing with a supplier who attaches a credit limit to your account, you could put the credit limit there. Then the payment terms, right? You could select the payment terms which are being offered by your supplier. If it is due on receipt, you select due on receipt. But City of Harare, mostly they give terms, and at most is net 30 days. Right. Then here, if there are any billing rate levels, that is custom prices from various suppliers, you could set them up there. Right. Then print name on checks, City of Harare, that is if you were to put in to print checks. At the moment in Zimbabwe, checks are not working. We're just doing transfers. So, but if you are in any other country where you print checks, you could write the name that has to be printed on that check. Right. Then here you put in the bank details of this supplier. So you could type in the bank details of the supplier, so that instead of you asking for those bank details each time, you will just look them up here. Here you put in the bank sort code. Then here you could put in the account number for the bank account number for this client. So that is what you do on the payment settings tab. Right. Once you are completed, you go to VAT settings. If this supplier is registered, of course, if you are registered for VAT, if this supplier is also registered for VAT, the supplier will be charging you value-added tax. So you have to select, all right, taxable if the supplier is registered for VAT, because this supplier will be charging you VAT. Then, of course, you've got to select the country. If your country is not here, you select other. All right. Then here you put in the VAT registration number of the client. Right. Once you are done, you continue by clicking on account settings tab. Here now you pick the accounts. Because City of Harare was saying they're providing us with water and rates. Right. So we could term that's the service they are providing. And now we have to link with a general ledger account. So we click down there and we look for water and rates. Do we have such an account? Yes. So basically the transactions that we post will be attached to this. I mean, QuickBooks will preview we'll pre-fill this account. We could always change it when we're processing the transactions, right? Then once we have done that, we continue to additional information. Here on additional information, we could select the type of supplier. In this case, this is a supplier which just giving us is a service provider. So the supply suite of Harare is under service providers. So this is how you do it. This is how you set it up. So once you are done, you can click on OK. So we have dealt with this tab, we've dealt with this tab, we've dealt with this tab, we've dealt with the account settings tab and additional information tab. And once you are happy, we click on OK. By clicking on OK, our supplier is created. As you can see, seat of Harare, the currency is Zimbabwe dollar. At the moment, there is no balance. And in here, that's where we have all the information. If you want to edit this supplier, you will just click there. We will be taken back to this window and you can edit information, any information that you want to edit. If you want to edit this address information, you will just click there. If you want to edit this information, you could just click there. And once you are happy, you click on OK. If you want to attach any documents, right, probably you received, you vetted the suppliers and you received their registration details, registration papers and everything else, you could just come here. I hope you saw what I did. I clicked here, right? Then it brought up this window here, right? So you could upload from your computer, or you could scan, or if you've got a document center, you could just pick from that document center. So whichever way, once you're done, you click on done. So you could actually attach your supplier documents, registration documents, or approval documents to this supplier, so that on QuickBooks, whilst you're on QuickBooks, you could just review how this supplier got to be approved. Once you are done, you are happy, your supplier is in your system. Thank you. Next, we'll look at how to process customer transactions and supplier transactions. And as I always say, subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of these videos, right? Like our videos, right? You can also comment, you can also share on social media like Facebook, WhatsApp with colleagues, people who may find these videos useful. Thank you for watching.